Yes. Yes. Oh, Portland. Today, we're going to talk about the voice. It's mostly the voice that gets you up. It's mostly the voice that makes you bug. A lot of DOMs have flavor. Some have skill, but the voice ain't dope. They need to chill. In the words of Guru from Gangstar, I flipped it a little bit. But today we are going to talk with Katherine Dire from Portland. We're going to talk about erotic hypnosis. We're going to talk about femdom and a whole bunch of other things. But most of all, we're going to be talking about the passion of kink and the beauty of creativity. Everything we talk about is between adults. We are adults. We're consenting adults. This is for consenting adults. Don't like it? You can turn this channel off. But the people who do, thank you. And for everybody out there, please don't judge. It's not a sexy quality, and you want to be sexy and attractive and nice and happy. Don't judge. It's very unbecoming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your kinky friends. Kinky friends. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we are going to talk about a lot of things, but first let's just go down the plugs. Please go to yourkinkyfriends.com, everybody. There's writing, there's videos, there's stuff you can't see on YouTube, and there's links and links and links. There's books. There's books and books and books. You get 15% off all inventory at Lock and Must with offer code YKF. Get a key holder. Seriously, get a key holder. Your life will change. I have focus. I have discipline. I have clarity now. And I'm a better lover because of all this lifestyle. Forget 15% off all inventory at Locked and Lust with offer code YKF. Get a vice. It's a good starter cake. But as Chastity Queen says, the best chastity device is the one that fits. Donate money to the show. We need all the money. Every show could be the last. I'm just being real with you. Every show could be the last. We don't have money. We can't make this happen. So please donate. Here's my Cash App on the screen. There's Patreon, patreon.com/YKF. But we're talking about Portland. We're talking about hypnosis. We're talking about femdom. And I have Katherine Dire with me today. How are you, Katherine? Please, I'm going to start it off right now.
I'm excellent. What was that?
What's inspiring you these days? What's inspiring you these days?
Inspiring me? You mean besides men on their knees wanting to give me money to kick them in the balls? That's one of my favorite things
That's
ever.
Inspirational.
That's inspirational. I'm like, oh, I can think of so many things right now.
That's a good way. That's a good thing to inspire. Yes.
Favorite.
Kicking men in the balls. A lot of men, their balls kicked. I don't, but like a lot of so you're in Portland.
Yes.
Let's kick it off.
Yeah.
How would you describe the kink scene in Portland, Oregon?
I would describe the kink scene in Portland as lively and educational. There's parties at the various sex clubs and dungeons every weekend. Great parties, lots of workshops, lots of stuff happening all the time. Tons of munches. Like you just can't, go a day without a bunch of stuff happening.
So in Portland, what we got? Kink Fest, right?
Oh yeah.
We have Hawks, PDX. They seem vibrant. Shout out to Natasha Strange. Oh, I love that. You know the history of Natasha Strange, the hypno history. I think she hypnotized me on my show, and I was more than happy to do that. Beautiful distraction. Natasha Strange, love you. Come back on the show. We got to do the author circle. So all these events are in Portland. What role? I'm always about capturing the vibe of the different communities, the kink communities around the country. So the events play the major aspect in it and keeping it alive. So what role did these events play in your life and how they shaped your journey in the kink community?
Well, throughout my femdom career, they've played a huge role. But it's not just the events, it's actually the people at the events, right? It's the sort of the elders of the community, people who are teaching how to do kink, the right way to do kink, consent and communication, and playing with people that has played a huge role in how I play and conduct myself in a kinky way. Right?
Yeah.
So it's made me who I am.
Let's talk about the voice.
Okay.
Guru from Gangstar. Well, Gangstar is a song called Mostly the Voice, and it's a hip hop song. He's saying that if your voice isn't right, then it doesn't make a difference in music and everything. And I could attest to that. The voice goes a long, long way. So straight up, how do you harness your tone, the rhythm, and the cadence of your voice for hypnotism?
Well, when I do hypnosis, I have a tendency to go into a little bit of a trance myself, which I think sort of lends itself to tone and rhythm. My instructor hypnosis used to say, just turn your talk button on. And it took me a while to do that, but you sort of just get used to it, right? Like if it sounds good and it feels good, then it probably sounds good and feels good to your subject.
Do you do any vocal exercises or anything like that?
Not like intentionally, but I do play with my voice a lot.
Do you ever, I don't know, sometimes before the show, I do things like acting. I took improv and I was in theater and stuff like that. So there's things like toy boat, toy boat, toy
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like
Um,
vocal range stuff, just kind of when I don't know, like doing the dishes or whatever.
so hypnotize, there's a lot of controversy about hypnotism. There's also a lot of styles, a lot of different genres. There's like financial hypno, a big thing, a big theme in your kinky friends is sissy hypno, hypnotizing. So with all these different styles, well, first of all, what would you say your style is?
My style probably borders on like sort of dark evil therapist. I like to start off very sort of sweet, professional, kind of straightforward, and then I really like the sort of feeling of slowly sinking into a darker and darker space that I begin to sort of trap my subject with. I love that.
Can you do us a favor, Katherine?
What?
You just tell the listeners to donate money to say, please, YKF listeners, donate. You want to do it or something like that, real quick.
Okay. YKF listeners, it's time to donate money. You want to donate money. Imagine how good it feels to donate money to YKF in just this moment. Picture yourself doing it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's talk about input. What impact and input this hypnotism, your voice, what has that had on your clients and your subs?
What impact does my voice have on my subs or my clients? You mean like the particular tone and rhythm of my voice, or you mean?
Sure.
I would say it. I mean, basically, I'm just watching them as I'm like hypnotizing them, right? But they tend to either close their eyes and then become obedient, or they keep their eyes like dead on my eyes, and then their eyes like gloss over a little bit, and the expression kind of fades from their face. And that's kind of how you can tell someone's going into a trance a bit. And sometimes they'll get like a little twitchy. Yeah, but they become very obedient.
What about long-term impact for like, I'm into chastity play myself, right? And when I first got involved in it, I noticed I started listening more. started being much more attentive.
Yeah, just that.
Oh, this affects you. Oh, yes. Oh, my mind affected the way you feel. Okay. So what are some long-term effects that your hypnosis has had in your mind?
Oh, well, it enhances fetishes, really. Like that's one of the things that I do is kind of like strengthen and intensify people's fetishes, make them more obedient, make them more um, oriented around me, what I want, what makes me happy. And a lot of times that's why they're coming to see me. A lot of it also is like identity altering over time. Like I said, I do a lot of feminization hypnosis, and people just become more feminine or identify as feminine for longer periods of time or more deeply feminine. Yeah.
When
So
you
it's very
say,
much a training process.
let's talk about the feminization thing.
Okay.
Because sissy hypno is a major aspect of it.
Yeah.
How long do you start seeing the effects? You start doing sissy hypno. It's like, oh, yes, you love lingerie. Yes, you want to serve. Maybe there's comedian instructions or cock sucking stuff or stuff like that. But it can go a million and one ways. First of all, you put that you have them listen to it. When do they start after repeated listens? When do you start noticing a change?
Oh, so frequently, immediately, just after one listen. And it depends on the person, right? And it depends on, so this is a fetish that they probably already have to some degree, right? So by listening to the file or by having a hypnosis session, it's really a matter of sort of unlocking frequently what is already there.
There are, like, in the sissy narrative, for example, the typical sissy narrative. I'm talking typical, is the ones I've seen. Woman locks the sissy in chastity, basically feeds them sissy hypno every day. The next thing you know, they kind of turn into this useful, but also extremely obedient, thirsty person who totally embraces their femininity, maybe even wants to become a woman. There's always these things. So these long-term effects, have you had long-term effects?
Oh yeah.
Please tell us about that.
Lots of long-term effects. Well, I mean, so someone might, start off just like sort of identifying as a cross-dresser. But then after a while, they, cross-dress more and more and more. They identify as a woman, at least part of the time, right? So a lot of times this person is sort of progressing into a different state, right?
What drew you into this? It's a world of professional domination hypnosis. How do you get into it? Involved?
So I went into just regular domination at first. And what drew me to it just seemed like something really exciting to do. It was just like one of those things that seemed really naughty. Like, no, I could never do something like that. And then, next thing you know, you can't stop thinking about it. You're like, that is absolutely what I want to do. And so that happened, probably in like 2011-ish. Before that, I was in the kink scene like a lot, right? Like I was always going to parties and always, going to workshops and trying stuff out on my boyfriends and having a great time. And what happened was, I think I was talking to a friend. This happened on 2 different occasions, 2 different guys, and they both said, you should be a professional dom. You would be really good at it. And I think, like I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, I don't think I would do that, but okay. But it totally got my, wheels turning. And then next thing I know, I just like popped a little ad up on Craigslist and spanked a guy until he cried. And that was it. I was just like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life.
That's great. So that was my next question. You've been involved in the scene for quite some time.
Yeah. 2008. That's when I started like going to parties and got my Fat Life profile and stuff.
Now, starting out in the scene, did you consider yourself a submissive person, a dominant person, a little master, pain slut, what?
I think when I
There's always
first
a term.
Yeah, when I first started off, I didn't identify as anything.
Nice.
I just wanted to be spanked. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. And it was funny because back then, I don't know if I mean I'm sure it's still somewhat the same. People like associate masochism with submission. You know, like they do kind of go hand in hand or whatever. But I was just like, I want to get spanked. And then I was like, well, I want to get whipped. And, you know, I wanted to try all of the things, right? And so I met everybody that I possibly could. And I played with as many people as I possibly could. I just asked for all of the toys. But I
All
was
the
never,
toys. All the toys.
all the toys. But I was never submissive, right? Like, and when people like wanted me to be submissive, I'd be like, no, you know, go F yourself or whatever. You know, that's not what I'm into. Not that there's
You
anything wrong with
submit
that.
to me saying no.
Right. So I just had a great time. So then after a while, I guess I identified as a masochist. But then I started, you know, like once I kind of figured it out, right? And I felt like I had the ropes and whatnot. And then I started like topping people, right? Like I had friends who wanted to try this or wanted to try that. And I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And it was great. It was wonderful. And so that was it.
What does erotic hypnosis mean to you personally? A lot of people, I interview a lot of people, and they have kind of different definitions. Some people are very, they're very healing. They want to heal. They want to make the world a better place and make the person a better place for the world. And some people are like, I want to destroy it. So where do you fall into this guy?
So I mean, you know, I think personal healing and healing for the world is a wonderful thing, and I'm so into it. I'll probably be more into it when I retire, because right now I want to destroy some people. And so like yeah, but for me, erotic hypnosis is totally a toy. It's for pleasure, it's for fun, it's for kicks.
Yes.
Altered states of consciousness in general are for enjoyment, right? And
Yes.
I love
Father, thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Let's
I mean,
just
big excuse. Yes, I want to.
you know, yeah, I mean, you don't have to heal people to justify like having a blast. It's okay to just like have fun and like want other
That's
people
a great
to have fun
attitude.
too. Yeah. Thank you. So that's what erotic hypnosis is to me. And for me, it's also like a super broad term, right? Like, but you know, like it just means any hypnosis that is eroticized. However, what I do with erotic hypnosis is always kinky, right? Like I don't do vanilla erotic hypnosis. I'm not sure what it would look like, and I think it would be very awkward.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever try to have someone quit smoking? Did you ever try to erotically hypnotize them into quitting
Not
smoking?
erotically, no. I did. I had a friend ask if I could try to help him quit smoking, though. Just, you know, totally vanilla. I mean, although he was what?
I really honestly think, right, that sissy hypno can be used to help cure stuff. Yeah. It's a totally different style.
I mean, all of this stuff can be used to heal things and people. You know, like I was talking to a friend the other day though, and I think he put it really well. He was just like, but sometimes talking about it kind of ruins the magic, you know, and like kind of along those lines. Like, yes, it does. And let's get back to the sexiness.
Mind, power, and play, edge play.
Okay.
Mindfucks.
Yes.
Mindfuck. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this. Straight up. What are some fun ways to hypnotize or mind fuck someone who's in chastity?
Fun ways to mind fuck someone in chastity. I suppose I just like, so I have two people in chastity. They've been in chastity for, one of them like 5 years, another one I want to say like 4 years, something like that. And I like being mean. So I like to keep them in chastity, turn them on an awful lot using hypnosis, right? So, and one of my favorite things is fantasy hypnosis, right? Like go into a hypnotic trance and then I'll like paint a nice little picture for you, place you in a role, and have you sort of live this fantasy while you're in hypnosis, and make that sexy as all get out. And then just say, have a nice day, right?
Have a nice day.
I gotta go now. Bye.
Come again. Oh, you can't. No. So okay, so with when it comes to something like that, not just the sissies but someone in chastity, but the hypnosis, a lot of times there's a place. There's like you set up a place. You're in a room, or you're in a field, or you're in the house, or you're in a car, or whatever. Where do you usually start your locations?
So like for sissies in particular,
or anyone, just any example. But yeah, sure, sissies, why not?
Well, I like doing it in a dungeon frequently, or a nice little sort of cabin in the woods, right? I put a file out called My Secret Hideaway, and My Secret Hideaway has, like surgeons for, gender surgery, and like dressing rooms and everything that someone could possibly want, in like sort of a sexy getaway. And in this place, this is like specifically where I take people to feminize them or sissify them, or do like bimbofication. And yeah, I mean, like sometimes I'll even like go through the surgery in hypnosis and just like talk about, like in hypnosis, you wake up and you have all of these woman parts, right? And that's kind of fun.
You ever take it down very unexpected territories or unexpected avenues? Let's put it that way. I have a friend named, shout out to Mistress Angie in Belgium. She's amazing, beautiful, amazing voice, and she'll relax you. And through her hypnosis, you'll be in Asia or France or something. You're having a wonderful time, and you'll feel feminine. And like you'll go through, be turned on, and then all of a sudden she'll throw you into like a dank dungeon with like rats and like men. They smell horrible, and they're like farting. You smell their body odor, and you're like, oh my god, what is it? Do you ever do stuff like that?
That's hilarious. Not in hypnosis. I like to do that when I'm like just playing with someone. I'm like, and surprise, I love to do that, but I haven't done that in hypnosis. No.
Okay. So with hypnosis and with kink in general, it's a tightrope, right? You're fascinated with the psychological aspects of kink, but it's a tightrope of pushing boundaries, but yet you still have to ensure consent.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay. You push boundaries, but you still have to keep it safe. You push boundaries, but there's still respect and aftercare. So how do you push boundaries while ensuring consent, safety, and aftercare, and making sure that everybody's fully respected?
Well, communication, like communication is the key, right? It has to be open and straightforward. Use plain ordinary language, right? Like if someone uses sort of like code with me or whatever, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. I need real words here, right? Like good communication is key. And then just remembering things like you can't negotiate while you're in a scene, right? Like you negotiate before the scene. And it's the same thing with hypnosis, right? There's the pre-talk, there's the negotiation, what will happen what won't happen. I always ask someone what their hard limits list is. And even with people that I've been seeing for years, I'm just like, send me a fresh hard limits list. A, because sometimes that might change, and B, I like to have it like fresh in my brain, because top space is an altered state of consciousness as well. That
Usually don't ask this, but I'm very curious now.
what
Do you have any hard limits?
do I, of course I do.
What are some of the hard limits?
Oh, well, I don't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
You know, so like kind of like there's like all of
Let's
those.
not be a note. This is everybody on the show. We're decent, law-abiding citizens. We pay our
Yes, we are.
taxes. We walk old ladies across the street. You know, seriously, we give a penny instead of taking one usually. Right? Yeah, we're good people. I just want to go on record.
Yeah. And I don't allow people to pleasure me, like, right, like that doesn't, I'm not into that. I'm like, no, you know, like I'm just gonna be like staying in this particular headspace. I don't want, you know, someone, you know, like messing with my sexuality or whatever, and that's just kind of how that works for me. But yeah,
you have some this is the bundle, the hypnosis file bundle.
oh yeah, there's the bundle.
Yeah, so the categories include ABDL, right? Chastity, feminization, goddess worship, golden showers, humiliation, obedience, sissy, slave training, and pretty varied, pretty
I
wonderful.
have to add to it. I haven't redone this in a while. I have to rebundle because there's more now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you adding to it?
So the most recent that I've done is like premature ejaculation hypnosis, which ended up being a lot of fun. It was by request. And that was actually something I was going to say about making sure everything's consensual, is because I like requests, right? I like people to say, please, will you do this? Please, mistress, can I have this?
Oh, yeah.
Right? If someone is
part of
saying,
the artistic process.
yes, exactly. You know, so if someone is saying please, then it's kind of hard to say that it's non-consensual, right? So, but yeah, premature ejaculation is a couple that I've done recently that ended up being lots of fun, and also very popular. That's probably my best selling file.
Now, is this just, does it make people prematurely ejaculate, or does it stop people from prematurely ejaculating?
Oh, it makes people prematurely ejaculate. Yeah.
Just have to go on record and say that.
Listen and lose it, losers. I've got like yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Hypnosis, a lot of people, they don't know what they're talking about. They just say sissy hypnosis, especially like people who are not in the kink community.
Yeah.
I don't want to name any names, give anybody publicity, but I saw some of these right wingers out there. It's like they're taking the masculinity away from some person stumbled upon porn, right? So I'm telling you, I'm not calling them out, giving them more publicity, but yeah, a big news person was like, this whole thing, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing to the men in this country. It's porn. Yep. What are you doing looking at that? Yeah, maybe.
And they
I know
love
somebody who may be able to help you out. Yeah.
Right. You're obviously having fun over there.
So with hypnosis is a unique trait. And there are some people. I just shout out to Baron Voltage. Yeah, he does some wild stuff with hypnosis. Siren Rain also. But they tell me about some prejudice that people have. It's just because of their hypnosis, there's a distrust issue. Are you going to hypnotize me to give me all your money? Are you going to hypnotize me to murder somebody or what? Like seriously. So what are some misconceptions people have with hypnosis within the BDSM community?
Well, I mean, I think I don't know so much within the BDSM community, because usually when I go to an event or I talk to people in the community itself, people are generally pretty excited about it, right? They're like, oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. And, you know, and they ask me questions. They're curious. It does seem there's probably like some little subsect that is like, I guess, afraid of it. Like thinks that erotic hypnotists are like villains or something along those lines. And it sort of makes sense because I portray myself a bit as a villain because it's fun and my subjects love it, right? But I don't think most people with ill intentions are going to be presenting themselves that way, right?
You're signing up for the creativity. My friend Baron, he hypnotizes whole classes to do like wild stuff, and he'll go into very dark territory. Like, you know, you'd be transported with his hypnosis. Next thing you know, like you're seeing like blood that you don't want to see. You know, you're seeing stuff like that.
Yep.
Let's put it that way.
Yep.
What's your imagination? Let's move on. You have a love of writing.
I do.
I love writing. I wrote 3 books. Please read a book, people. Read a book. Coolest way to kill yourself. This is all how I became Nicholas Tannick. He kills himself in the book. It's a saying. Yeah. Coolest way to kill yourself is to love people. It really is. You become a better person. You kill the selfish asshole you once were. And then you take your broken heart, make it into art, as Carrie Fisher would say. Your kinky friends, if anyone's dealing with any kind of loss, this is my true story about how the kink community really saved me and inspired me to continue writing. So let me ask you this. How does your creative side influence your work as a dominant or a hypnotist?
My creative side comes through in my work, right? Like, so I don't have a tendency to plan my sessions out or, you know, my playtime. I have a list of things that my subjects are interested in, a list of things that they won't experience under any circumstances. And then, you know, like a yellow list, like maybe, right? And then other than that, like I make sure all of my, you know, my toys and my props and whatnot are prepared, but generally I don't plan my sessions out. I very much am in the moment. Unless somebody is saying, this is what I want to experience, A, then B, then C, or whatever. Like, because sometimes people are very specific, but a lot of times people are quite open. And my creativity comes out a lot in that way. I just go with what I'm feeling, and that feels like raw energy to me. And I feel like it kind of harnesses the same thing in my subjects as well. Like, yeah.
We have to shout out to the Author Circle, YKF Author Circle. We have a bunch of writers who have published books on the show. We're going to do another one. I would like to get Natasha Strange on it because she wrote a book called D is for Diaper. When writing, though, and as a writer, what are some of the worst words you've seen for male or female genitalia? Worst or best or best. Yes, we always need new ones. Yes, but like I saw turgid shaft. Crevice is another horrible one.
Crevice, that's terrible.
So are there any horrible or very good words that we should use more?
I have one subby that likes to call her penis a GOCK, girl cock. I love it. I love it. So we use GOCK for her.
That's good. Oh yeah. Let's make that popular.
Yeah, and I love just girl cock as well. I think that's a cute one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And it also like the people who think that like pegging is gay or something, you know, are obsessed with that bullshit. You know, it's a girl cock. Boom. Problem solved.
It's simple. It's not that hard.
All right, let's talk about both in the profession. We did that. I'm not gonna ask that question. But let's talk about transformations. We're talking about in what ways do kink, hypnosis, and erotic power exchange personal growth, healing for your clients? In other words, some people become puppies, some people become children. You know, what are some of the transformations that you've got?
So yeah, I mean, one transformation that I've guided that is really interesting to me, that I love, is the transformation from a full grown, like fully independent man to a completely dependent like infant, right? Who cannot think for herself, who cannot do anything for herself, but is utterly dependent upon me.
Your profile mentions Delilah Dire.
Oh yeah.
So I know that most of my friends are in the kink community, and a lot of them are professional dominatrixes or just lifestyle dominatrixes, and it takes a lot of time, energy, and money even, but most of all time. And one rule I have is never waste the dom's time. It's not. But still, you're profiling someone, you're mentoring someone. What does mentorship mean to you in the context of BDSM?
So I teach Delilah in the same way that I learned, right? Like we meet every week. I top her every week in one way or another, and ask her about how her topping experiences are going. And we just talk about it and work through it. And she has very much found her own style as a dom and her own joy as a top. And she does some pretty intense stuff.
Or come on the show. I would love to see that. I have actually both of you to see and we've done that once before. Pretty cool. Let me know if you're interested in that.
All right.
You are pansexual, 24/7 practitioner, right? I live at the 24/7 lifestyle. I'm Nicholas Tanek, your kinky friends. I'm out and about, right? Balance is the key to doing regular vanilla life, but living this 24/7 doesn't always go with everybody outside that door of your house, right? It's just life, right?
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to others striving for this kind of balance? You are 24/7 kink practitioner, you're pansexual. I mean, that's a lot of time and attention on both parts. Right?
I would say definitely have an on and off switch, right? Like, and a schedule is super helpful for me, right? Like I will dominate, or I will, X, Y, and Z during these hours on these days. And I don't break that. And so that's really important to me. And also, just like hanging out with people who don't have to call me mistress or goddess is helpful when it comes to balance and whatnot, and kind of staying sort of connected and grounded. And another thing I would say is definitely find the right subjects. It's not about how many subjects, it's about the right subjects for me, right? They need to be people that I can be my real dominant self with, that I can sort of unleash myself on in a way. It has to be the right fit. If it's not the right fit, then it's not going to be that great for either one of you. And you're just, kind of wasting each other's time. So that's probably the biggest piece of advice, because if I have to fake it with somebody, I'm not going to make it, right? Like I have, pretend is fine, fake is not. And that's too much work. It is not terribly useful to me. I need to be able to be myself, and I need to feel refreshed after a playtime, right? Like, yes, I'll be tired, and yes, I will want to eat like a horse, but I also need to feel rejuvenated, right? Like what I did is good for my spirit.
There's an emotional, physical, intellectual profit.
And not everybody's going to be that way with you, right? Like not everybody feel that way. So you have to find the right subjects.
Finding the right subjects, finding the right people. And one thing that I always love this with any kind of professional dominatrix or the kink community, couples training. For me, it's very symbolic. What it does is it shows that like relationships can have hope. You know what I mean? If a couple ultimately goes to a dominatrix or any kind of kinky person, says, I want some advice, or we want some advice to get kinkier together, I mean, just that alone is such a beautiful sentiment. I want to pause the show right there. Everybody out there doing that, rock on.
Good job.
On, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I care about my partner enough to figure this out, right? This is important.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
And think about it. It's not like marriage counseling where you're like, oh, you don't do this, you don't do this. It's more like, oh, you don't spank me hard enough, or you spank me hard. You know, it's a good problem to solve, people.
It is a fun
so
problem.
Can you share a memorable experience where your guidance has helped a couple deepen their connection?
So interestingly, one of my favorite experiences was with a couple during a leather tasting I did. So it's actually kind of impersonal compared to a lot of the stuff that I've done, but they were, and all couples, in my opinion, they're all wonderful and adorable, and I'm just so into them. This couple stood out for some reason. He needed something and she wanted to figure out how to give it to him, and she just didn't know how to do it. And it was fairly simple. Like it was just impact play. He was just like, I just want her to hit me really hard. And I'm like, you know what? I bet you she can do that. You know, I think it's just against so many of our, sort of primary instincts to hit somebody, right? Because we're taught from a very young age, you don't ever do that. Never, ever hit somebody. You know, if you do, you're bad. So you just got to learn to hit people. And so what I did was like, I think we had like 15 minutes or something like that. And I was just like, so I'm going to hit you and I'm going to try to make you say red. Don't say red until you mean it, right? And so I just kind of progressively hit him harder and harder while she watched. And what I wanted to do was show her how much he can take, right? Because our bodies are so much stronger than we tend to think, and we tend to recoil at the thought of like pain and adversity and like, oh, I can't handle that, and oh, this person can't handle that. But it's not true. We totally can. So I wanted to show her how tough he was, and he was tough. And it took the whole time. But he eventually said red, and I was like, that's how hard you can hit him.
Right? So you basically was slapping him for an hour?
No, it was only 15 minutes. And I was
that's a lot.
Yeah, I think I used like flogs and definitely canes though. I love myself a cane.
Until he said red.
Yep.
It's like a title for a drop. Okay, we have some comments. Rohit RJ says, do you wear anklet on your feet? Okay. I
do not wear anklets, and not presently though.
Now keep in mind, these are chat questions, so I have no control. I don't know what, and this is the kink community, so you know what to expect.
Yeah, sure.
Nun67, hi mistress, do you enjoy ruining? Oh, thank you.
Yes, those are my favorite things to ruin. Oh my goodness, yes.
What do you say as soon as you? What's a good saying as you ruin an orgasm?
A good saying?
Yeah, like what do you say that will just like twist the knife more?
No, we'll right afterwards. It's not like during. It's right after.
Yeah.
Afterwards, like, oh no, what just happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Something like that. Oh no, it's so sad.
Nun67 continues, and mistress, and capitalized mistress. Good on you, Nun67. And mistress, you prefer not letting a sub not finishing during a session ever?
I'm going to assume that means, do I prefer to not let subs finish? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess.
Not let a sub. I prefer for them not to finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean during play, like everybody has their different needs. So if that's like a part of what they need, then that's what I want for them. I want you to be happy. But when I'm totally in control, it's like, no, you can do that on your own time.
Smarak Dash says, what is the longest you've kept someone locked in chastity? You're saying?
I should have looked this up because I thought maybe this question would come up. I think it's about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Without any release?
Oh, no, totally. No, he releases on a regular basis.
On a regular basis. That's good. That's healthy.
When he's good, yes.
That is good. How often would you if it's consistent, if it's consistently good, decent, not like out like amazing, but like decent, low, what's the average length of release or the average distant time between releases?
Once a week is usually how much he requests.
So kind, Katherine Dire.
I am, aren't I?
Thank you.
Well, I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy too.
It's very healthy, and thank you for supporting the cause. All right. He continues with another question. What are the ideal characteristics of a sub for you?
Oh, I like for them to be quiet. I like for them to be intuitive. I like for them to be versatile. I like their hard limits list to be like this long. Probably I really, really like it when they don't have a big hard limits list, because then that gives me a lot of freedom and a lot of space to do whatever I want. And I like that a lot. That makes me happy.
Michael Brzezinski has a big question here. Hey guys, Katherine, have you ever sacked a guy in the nuts? And when sacking a guy in the nutsack, do you prefer boots, heels, pointy shoes, punching, or electric play?
Excellent question. Yes, many, many times. It's hard. Okay, so I like to do it barefoot, but I have bruised myself doing that. And but I like to feel what's going on, right? So but I also like to use boots because I know that's gonna hurt a lot more. And electric play, I mean, when you say, I need clarification on the word sack, because with electric play, I don't generally think of like really hitting someone hard, and with those other ones, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, but yeah, I love it.
Rapid fire kink advice.
Okay, give it to me.
Rapid fire kink advice. You restrain someone up and their arm goes numb. What do you do?
Oh God, I suppose I'll untie them and give them a little massage and smack them a bit. See if the feeling comes back.
Rapid fire kink advice. Rapid fire kink advice. You're at a place, a dungeon or a party or an event, and a sub shows up way too high. What do you do?
Well, like my sub or any sub?
A sub. Any
just
sub. Someone's sub.
Nothing. Just, kind of make sure he's okay, I guess.
Okay. All right. Rapid fire kink advice. All right. A sub that meets someone else online to give them all of their money.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be a pay pig. What do you tell them?
So it depends on my relationship with this sub, right? Do I own this person? If I own this person, they're in big trouble.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Yes. If I own them, they're in big trouble, and we're going to talk about how much money they give me, and that's going to be a thing.
All right. Rapid fire kink advice. Rapid fire kink advice. A sub, one of your subs, just keeps on talking about politics that you don't agree with, and they just won't let up. How do you address it?
Honestly, I don't see myself getting in this situation because it's hard for me to get close to somebody that isn't in alignment with me at least a little bit on this. Like, it depends on how much I disagree with it, but if we're trying to play, then I put a gag in their mouth because they don't seem to be able to control that situation.
Let's go on. Let's talk about the magic wand misconception.
Okay.
Katherine Dire. Let's say this is a whimsical show. All right. So let's be whimsical. Let's say you have a magic wand. You have a magic wand. And you could change one misconception about femdom, about erotic hypnosis, about sex work, about being a professional dominatrix, whatever. You have a magic wand of hypnosis. Magic wand of misconception. You only get one shot though. What misconception should you change?
Oh my gosh, that it isn't completely worth it, right? Like it is the most amazing thing. I have so much fun, and I think if other women knew how incredible it was to do this work, there would be like femdoms, and there are a lot of femdoms, but there would be a lot more, because I don't see how any woman can not do this, right? I'm like, you don't even know, girl.
Yeah, I mean, look at your rates. Love it. All right, AI and kink. How have you been evolving with AI?
I don't know like anything about AI, just what people have told me, to be honest with you. So I'm not a great person for this question. I mean, I have flesh, so I can actually hit somebody, and so far AI can't. Um, I don't know. Do you have
All
a more
right.
specific question?
Well, yeah. How do you? Well, if you're not using it, I have more specific questions. If you are using it, like there
Oh,
are what AI chatbots do you use? Do you use Grok or ChatGPT? There's all these other ones. But yeah, you don't use it. Check it out. You look yourself up. See what happens. See what you get.
on Chat GBT or something?
Why not? Look yourself
So
up.
okay, so I just say who's Katherine Dire or something, and Chat GBT will tell me.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it doesn't know, add it. Add a couple of clues. It
Okay.
shows how the internet views you. That's
Oh,
very interesting.
okay. All right. I'll try
Yeah,
it.
definitely. And a lot of people are using AI as search engines pretty much these days. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I have to get
it's
on board with this.
it is a technology that we're just gonna have to. It's like the internet. It's
I
gonna
do
be a
agree
part
with
of it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather? Would you? Yeah, Catherine, you
Okay.
have to choose one. You can't
Okay.
choose either or. You can't mix it up. It's either or. It's
Okay.
one or the other.
All right.
All right.
I'm
You have
prepared.
you have a session coming up. You have to choose one: psychological or physical. It can only be psychological or only be physical.
Only physical.
Only physical. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
mm,
Yeah.
you cannot be physical without being psychological, right?
That's true.
But you can be psychological without being physical. So by being physical, you actually do both. Did I just cheat?
In a way, hey, it's fair. I'll take it. The judges, yeah, it's okay. All right.
I had
Would
to
you
explain
rather?
it.
That's good. No, I get it.
Okay.
I'm glad you did. Would you rather? Would you rather experiment with a new kink or just do the standard?
Experiment with a new kink.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right. Would you rather? Would you rather, Catherine? A detailed planned session or a spontaneous session that just happens?
Spontaneous, all the way. Spontaneous.
Yes, yes. Would you rather? All right. Now, I know that the wording of this question is weird, but you'll get it. Would you rather sensory deprivation, blindfolds, earplugs, or sensory overload, feathers, music, wax, whatever?
Sensory deprivation.
Okay, I get 100%. This show is about healing. You know what I mean? Very much. I had a liver transplant. I documented the whole recovery on this show. I dealt with my own personal health, mental issues on the show. A lot of my guests have dealt with stuff, and there's total character arcs. One thing I learned is that the discipline of self-care rituals are essential to survival. I can't really word it in a different way. Every morning, first thing I do, I drink some water. I don't look at my phone. I start moving. I write my own narrative. I don't look at my phone. I don't want to talk to anybody for a good 15, 20 minutes, half hour. I work out. I say a lot of personal, positive affirmations because I want to set the tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you have any self-care rituals for yourself that you do that you do every day, or that you have to do, that keeps you grounded? Maybe our listeners or viewers can learn from this.
Oh, absolutely. They're not dissimilar to yours. I wake up and I don't look at my phone. I get myself some water. I get myself some coffee. I stretch. and meditate, and then I work out, clean my house. Like, that's kind of how I set the tone for the day. Yeah. And then I have like I have definite days that, like I said earlier, that I will dominate, and definite days I'm just not going to be available. I have to have that.
You get when you take that pause. 'Cause I'm a big believer in respecting the pause. Right? If something happens, I take a pause first. Make sure I make the right decision. And I mean, at least these days I do. I didn't always do that. What are some things that that you do over and over again that that you tell yourself, so to speak?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are there certain things or sayings that you tell yourself, literally?
Oh,
Positive affirmations. A lot of doms literally posting positive affirmations and femdom affirmations and stuff like that. Do you do that?
I don't do positive affirmations as much as I listen to music, just like kind of just badass music.
Like what?
Like Babes in Toyland, or I don't know. I have like sort of, I love Veruca Salt, kind of stuff from out of the 90s a little bit. And yeah, so I listen to music, and probably what I do instead of affirmations is I let things go and clear my mind a lot. Right. Like, and so there's no space for negative things when, you become very good at just letting them go, right? That they don't have time to sit in your mind. And then when positive thoughts do come, you can give them all the space there is.
Okay. We're halfway through the show. We're in the last stretch of it.
Okay.
Kink Olympics. So it's fun. It's a fun show.
Okay.
Kink Olympics. If you have one event that you could produce, the Kink Olympics, what would it be?
One event? I don't know. I haven't done Kink Olympics before. I think I've like read about other people doing it.
No,
but it's
just something I made up.
Oh, well, but people do have competitions though.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
Right.
The
So
show
like,
though.
pops will, be like conducting their subs, and like something like, having them compete against each other and whatnot. And I think it's fun to watch or read about. I've never done it or thought about doing it though.
Okay, let's talk about sadism.
Okay, let's
talk about sadism. What was the last time you were impressed by sadism, either yours or someone else's? What was it?
Probably, so I guess one of my most like beloved forms of sadism is emotional sadism. And that's the sort of thing, like, it's very, very sort of person dependent, because not everything is really gonna hurt the same, two people, right? So it takes a lot of, trust in getting to know someone, and then just like really finding where to stick the knife and twist it around. So emotional sadism is probably my favorite. The last time that I was impressed, I don't know if that's something I feel terribly comfortable with talking about, like with an audience, because it's like so personal. But I will, like, I do have a slave, and I enjoy, like, when he asks me for permission for things or whatever, like I make him post things up on FetLife. And the last thing that I made him do was kind of fun. I made him stick something large up his I don't remember what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say here. Okay. So
I'll say
okay.
Pussy.
I made him stick stuff up his man pussy, something very large, and then ruin his orgasm, which was do it on camera. And then like oftentimes I have him like apologize for being the disappointment that he is to the entire world, and then telling me how perfect and lovely I am. And I get a kick out of that.
We have some other questions. Chastity.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone locked right now, Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Two.
One person?
Two.
Two people.
Yeah.
Two. Metal, plastic, or silicone?
Metal.
Metal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are some really fun ways to tease someone who's locked in chastity?
Have them vibrate themselves. Is a fun way to do it. Make them watch porn.
How does one vibrate them? You mean we just use a vibrator, or you mean their whole body vibrating at the same
No,
time?
just using a vibrator on the chest.
Oh.
Right. So I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Sissification, the whole narrative plays a important part in my life. I don't live it 24/7. It's role play.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it's not about humiliation either. My attitude towards women, I don't like the humiliation or the degradation of that. It's a role play. I respect whatever role play it is, but for me personally, it's not my thing. So it has changed throughout the years. Has your attitude towards sissification changed over the years?
No, I mean, I think I've always been really intrigued by fetishes. They've always been kind of just interesting and exciting to me. My background is in psychology, so this is like, I feel like a kid in a candy shop with all of this. No, I love it, and it's fun.
I mean, do you gear more when it comes to sissification? Do you gear towards the traditional kind of like these traditional maid sissificate, or the dirty slut?
I tend toward the dirty slut for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But isn't that called something? Yeah. Isn't that like, I feel like that's called bimboification.
Right? But yes, that is the whole part of it too.
So is that like that's like sissification would be like an umbrella term, and then bimbofication would be under that somewhere. Yeah, I definitely.
There's so many subgroups and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I love making a dirty slut. Like.
Speaking of dirty sluts,
yes.
Because we speak about dirty sluts a lot in this show. What do you say to a dirty slut when you're pegging them?
When what?
When you're pegging them, what do you say to a dirty slut when you're pegging?
Oh, I tell them to say thank you. Like, yes, yeah, they have to thank me for fucking them. They have to tell me what a dirty slut they are. They have to, and beforehand, they definitely have to ask very, very nicely, right? Like always the asking, always the understanding how gracious mistress is and how lucky they are that I'm paying attention to them. That sort of. Yeah.
I think a lot of it, I don't even think the subs realize it until like they're into the lifestyle more, that it's really about attention. Attention is currency. The fact that the mistress is paying attention to them at all, you're lucky. Let's talk about the BDSM lifestyle without giving too much away. You're currently living the BDSM lifestyle in your private life. What's the dynamic? It changes. Not everything that's on FetLife is always current. So without giving too much away, what's the current situation?
Oh, I have a number of slaves. We enjoy each other's company. The professional and private life really kind of blend together after a while. And they call me goddess, identify as my property, do as I say. It's, it's all good and fun. And they have to respect my space and my attention as well. And that can be hard sometimes.
I have a very good friend, a couple of very good friends of mine who have multiple slaves, multiple subs. It's a juggling game, basically. You know, some want attention more than the others.
Yeah.
Some demand more, you know, more attention than the others. How do you keep that balance? How do you keep everybody happy, or keep yourself happy by keeping them on?
Well, they don't get to demand my attention. If they want my attention, they can request nicely and wait. And yeah, you know, like I can give what I can give. I can't give more than that, and they need to usually decide whether that's going to be enough.
Catherine, this is a whimsical show, and I'm going to take myself out for this answer. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we're going to talk about your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Let's say you have endless resources. You can go anywhere in the world with anyone you want. Do anything. What is your ultimate kinky fantasy?
I probably want to go to South America with my subs and open up a mental institution.
Right on. I love that. Yeah.
I love the mental institution vibe.
Shout out to Scotty Scheisler from he was on my show. He did that, but with ayahuasca. He went to South America.
Oh,
yeah. Awesome. All right. Rapid fire recommendations. They don't have to be kink related. All right, but they're all media-esque related. Recommend a film.
A film?
It doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all. It doesn't have to signify who you are. Just recommend a film you think I'd like.
Oh, The Secretary. Have you seen it?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
That was amazing.
I know, it was amazing.
Do you think that was, now it is a movie. It is a movie, but there are some very questionable consent dynamic, you know, in that movie. You know, yeah, great movie though. Highly suggest it. All right, recommend book.
Oh shoot, Trickster Makes This World. By, oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess his name up. I want to say, Trickster Makes This World.
Trickster Makes This World.
I'm not gonna here. I'm not gonna try to remember his name because I feel like
it's a unique.
It's an awesome book though. He's an anthropologist and it's very cross-disciplinary.
Right. Recommend art, any medium, or artist, living or dead.
Any artist, living or dead. I love Monet.
Yes.
And Salvador Dali, of course.
Yes, Dali.
Loved his stuff when I was a kid. Yeah.
Money for everybody. Salvador Dali was amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Recommend a television show.
A television show. The White Lotus.
Isn't Walter Goggins doing something wild in that? I haven't seen that episode yet.
Oh, I probably.
What movie? What show is it? I know that in Righteous Gemstones, Walter Goggins is wild in that one. Check that out. All right. Finally, recommend a meal.
Ooh, Bumbo Way. Oh, it's the best Vietnamese soup ever. I eat it like every week.
All right. You have a YouTube channel. Let's check that out. How is this been going? So you have a YouTube channel.
Honestly, I just set it up to do stuff with it later on. I don't have that much up. Just like a few samples, like a few like things where I'm just kind of describing who I am and what I do.
You have a jerk off sample. You have a hypnosis 2 sample. Everybody, please check out Katherine's YouTube channel. And we're going to get things going. We're going to keep it going. This is fast. Word association game. Okay. I'm going to say a word or a phrase. You say the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. Katherine, no wrong answer, Katherine. There's no wrong answer. So I can say chastity. You could say lock, right? Mm-hmm. But I could say chastity, and you could be, you know, you'd be thinking of the film Secretary, and you could say that, and I'll be okay. No wrong answer. But then there's the jar. I don't know what's in this jar. All right, there's pieces of paper in this jar. Tangled Blue, I Love You, and Goddess, Mistress Natasha got this jar. Sunshine filled it up. We're in this together, Catherine. We're in this together. Okay? There's no wrong answer. All right. And if I do say something that I don't want to kink shame on the show either, to just say, if I say something, just say, not my kink. Move on to the next.
All right.
All right. Or unless you say something really funny, then sure.
Okay.
All right. Chastity.
Pencil dick.
Lingerie.
Red.
Garter belts.
Cute.
Regular belts.
Tough.
Scarification.
Sexy.
Puppy play.
Adorable.
Diapers.
Loser.
Face slapping.
Lots of fun.
All right. Oh, ball busting.
Ooh. So you want the first word?
First word or phrase that comes out of your first word or phrase.
With my foot.
Yes. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, okay. 69.
Sexy.
It is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Pagan sex.
Pagan sex. Probably kinky.
It is. Humiliation.
Makes me melt.
And finally, piss.
You're welcome.
And finally, we have reached the end. No pun intended. Scat.
Not for me.
What advice would you give to yourself that you wish you'd learned sooner?
Gosh. That might take me a minute. I mean, because I have received so much good advice when I first started out, that is really advice that I've lived by the whole time, right? I talked to professional dominatrices when I first started out, and I've totally lived by the things that they told me. But I mean, probably like when I first started out, I was kind of poor, and I didn't want to be poor anymore. And so I probably would have said, don't worry, like, you're not going to be poor forever.
Stan Vladimir has the Stan question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? And how would you use it in your kinky life?
If I had any superpower, it would probably be to bring the truth out of anybody that I speak to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how would I would use it in my kinky life by making them do it.
Nun67 says, what's your favorite reaction to have when a sub gets a ruined orgasm?
The closer they get to crying, the happier I am.
That's a quote. I gotta write that. I gotta pause the whole show to write that down. Closer they get to what?
Crying.
To crying. That's what's gonna clickbait this. That's a great quote. It's a really good quote. All right. PD $179 says, do you enjoy toilet play, guys?
I enjoy piss play.
And Samart Dash says, what are some of the rituals and protocols your subs have to follow?
Well, I mean, they have to put me first in all things at all times. They have to communicate well and tell me what their needs and wants are. They have to take responsibility for their choices. I'm not a high protocol person. I'm more like, I want my subs to be intuitive, and the happier they make me, the more I will let them have and do.
That very much reminds me of some of the doms that I know I'm very good friends with too. And it's a wonderful style. It really is. It's effective as well. You want effective subs.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they need to be proficient.
Sunshine, sunshine. Oh, sunshine, I love you. Sunshine says, so happy you're on the show, Catherine.
Thank you.
Delight and sadism. Oh, none 67. And do you act surprised or disappointing? Just wondering. LOL, mistress. Capitalization.
Do I act surprised or disappointed?
When you ruin an orgasm.
Oh, well, it depends on my mood, right? So I could say, oh man, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Or, or I could laugh really hard. It depends. Maniacal laughter is not uncommon when I'm playing. So that could be one of those moments.
Do you ever use maniacal laughter in your hypnosis?
I can't plan maniacal laughter, but
that's true.
It pops out. It just erupts, right? But if I had a sample of my maniacal laughter, absolutely, that would be fun.
All right, last two questions. Because I don't want to waste your time. Never waste a dom's time.
Mm-mm.
We are all looking for something. Where do you want your kinky path to take you next?
I am really happy with the way things are right now. Like I'm so happy. I want things to stay the way they are, except, like maybe just continuing to deepen my relationships. Yeah, I might, like possibly open up a dungeon at some point, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Like I might have my own mental institution at some point, and so that might be the next step.
This is beautiful. It really is to see people happy, kinky people happy. Let's use let's use this as an example for us to learn from. Learn from Katherine Dire. So finally, let's read the sentence. Life is
gorgeous.
It is. Thank you very, very much for all this. Sorry for the time mix up. I know that usually we have our shows around at 5.
It's okay.
Get in touch with you. How can people give you money, book sessions? What's the best platforms that you're using?
Oh, katherinedire.com. That's it. And thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been a delight.
Thank you. Go to yourkinkyfriends.com. You get 15% off all inventory lock-ins with the offer code YKF. Cash app is YKF. Then all case 10. And of course, there's Patreon, patreon.com/YKF. Everything, just go to yourkinkyfriends.com. We have a lot of episodes banked. And who knows when the next episode is going to be. We'll plan it by year. But there is a very, very important episode coming up that we have scheduled. Thanks to Mia Action and everybody in Philly. Yes, please stay tuned. And everybody, buy a book, read a book. We need to read more. Your kinky friends making into art. This is a true story. It's not a pink community. The coolest way to kill yourself. This is a true story as well. It's filled with kinky sex, hard drugs, and an endless amount of music references, all littered throughout. So, yes, it's a document of kink culture. It's a document of rave culture, New York City in the 90s and everything like that. But please read. And you know what? Be kind to each other. That's the best thing I gotta say, everybody. Be cool, kind. Keep an open mind. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.